What's better than a long coat? A longer coat. Did you ever wonder if babies do brunch? Well, we got the answers, and you don't want to miss it. You're watching the All That After show on AfterBuzz TV.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey, this beach feel.
It's a summer feel, too.
We got the wave going. Hey.
Okay.
Hey. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the All That After show. If you missed the memo, yes, All That is back. This is the all new All That, and we're in season 11, episode 2. We're going to talk about all of it. We're going to talk about every single sketch, and you don't want to miss out on that. But before we get to it, allow us to introduce ourselves. I'll start with myself. My name is Hero from the 90s, but you can call me Byron K. Now, to my left, we have a guest host in the building. She is All That Platinum status. She is a platinum member. She has watched all 10 of the original series, and she's already caught up with season 11 as well. She goes by the name of Chae Jones. What's good?
I'm so happy. All That is the jam. 90s was everything, and I'm here for it.
Hey, we here for you. And next to her, we have, man, she knows all things, All That. She is the biggest super fan on earth. She sets up a lot of these things behind the scene, but you can call her Anaïs Lucia.
Repairman.
Hey, I like that intro. That's your thing. That's your thing.
Look at my shirt. I need to show it off. There you go. Okay.
Now, people, the moment you've been waiting for. We have some very, very, very special people in the house, right? So, to your left, we have an OG. She's been on seasons 1 through 3. Be careful, though, because she got hands, y'all. She can throw them things. She goes by the name of Katrina Johnson. What's good? And next to her, we have another OG, seasons 1 and 2. She calls LA and New York home. She's been in the game since 9 months old, and by the time she was 12, she had already done it all. Give it up for Angelique Bates. How y'all feeling? You happy to be here?
This is great.
Man, we're happy to have you here. We have a lot of things to talk about. We're definitely going to tune in to you guys and see what you got to say. We're going to talk about all of these sketches that we got going on. There was about 6 or 7 of them. We're going to get started with it, but before that, I want to know what y'all thought about the episode overall. How'd you feel?
Overall, I loved it. Like, especially the loud librarian. That's very OG. And it's just a nostalgic moment to bring back. And when you see it, you're just like, this is the childhood I'm hoping this generation gets like we got.
Mm-hmm. That's the type of thing that give you those butterflies. Like, ooh. I feel about 10 years younger, about 20 years younger in some cases. How'd you feel about it?
I like that they, they had Lori Breath, in the second episode, and I wonder if it's going to be kind of like a thing now going on. Now that I've seen 2, that, every episode they're going to have like one OG cast member.
Right.
That'd be
Please don't get our hopes up and just leave us hanging. Please keep bringing them.
Trend going.
Yeah, just keep bringing them back. And like, since you two are OGs, how'd y'all feel about saying an OG just carrying a baton and passing it along to the new school?
I loved it. Mm-hmm. I feel like she used to be a lot louder though.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, my ears weren't hurting when I was watching.
She probably had to turn down the decibels for these new TVs or something.
But I thought it was great.
Yeah,
how'd you feel about it, Angelique?
It was awesome because we spent several days in the library being yelled at.
Yeah.
It was painful memories. Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe it sounded louder back in the day to y'all because you were right there getting yelled at instead of listening to it over a TV screen.
Right.
So maybe there's a difference when it comes to that.
Yeah, they might not know exactly how loud it gets in there, but it hurts.
Real.
You got to hear it and feel it. You felt the echo and everything.
Oh yeah.
Right.
It got real. Well, they started off with the first sketch, Hero Boy, which, man, let me just say, Lex is a superstar, man. Like, he really, like, I noticed the sketches that he's in, he kind of leads them. Like, with the Nick Cannon thing, he kind of just leads all of his sketches. He's really doing his thing, man. But the theme of this, it kind of reminded me of, like, an Avengers, like Shield type of thing.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it, man. They had, like, Robo Arms, Rocket Arms, Hog's Breath. Did y'all have any favorites?
I think I like
Hot
Chingoons.
Breath.
Hot.
Kate. Yeah,
Kate Godfrey's. Mm-hmm.
But I loved him because he was just like, and then I'm going to walk in with my long coat. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe, I don't need explanation. Maybe your coat got powers, so just tell me where I get my money from.
They never let him finish, though, because he was going to say what his coat could do, and they're like, we don't care about your coat. They was hating on his coat. You know what? I think they were jealous.
I wonder if it's like they're kind of super dude in a way. Like, our generation had super dude, so it's like their superhero is going to be long coat, so.
Yeah, I wonder.
But he's a villain, and then
that's
he
true.
keeps forgetting
Well,
what
they
he
wanna
did.
change it up a little bit.
Milkman was the villain.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man.
And there was no cute little girl to give him a hug.
Right.
Nobody
And
loves him. He got no hugs. He's
Penny
bad.
Lane. Can't forget Penny Lane. You know.
No, it never can. The original Penny in the village.
Right.
Come on now.
Man, I really love this sketch though, man. I love how they showed it from like a villain's perspective as opposed to a hero's perspective, and it still was funny. So you loved them anyways, even being villains.
And how the villains hate on each other in a way. Like,
Man,
like what? Sorry, you just say you have a long coat. It makes me so mad. And then he's like, "Oh, I keep forgetting I have fireball coming out of my eyes." I'm like, that is a very important detail. How do you forget?
because his coat was fresh.
His coat was so cool, you know. It's
If I had that coat, I would talk about the coat too.
yeah.
I mean, it legit seriously reminded me of Samuel Jackson and just
Yeah, it really
just
did.
walking in a room like I am. If you needed a reminder, I am Nick Fury. Okay.
Yeah,
You know I'm here when you see the coat.
and
But
he
I-
made the coat longer. Go ahead.
Didn't it also have like smoke coming out of it?
Yeah,
Right.
it
Yeah,
came
the
built in
beginning.
with the
It was
with the
smoking.
flare and the smoke, and it got longer too. It extended.
That was
Right.
no. The coat is awesome. We can. Despite the villains, that coat was everything.
It was an extended long coat. I feel like that should be on Amazon. Extended long coat.
Yeah.
To prove to your friends you're awesome.
Exactly. What would the price be for it?
Like I would say 120.
Dang.
I'm thinking in the thousands.
Yes, it is.
That's good.
You got to raise the
Okay,
price
that's
on that.
Chinese
Quality.
version.
I'm like, this is the Etsy version, okay?
That's the
This is my Etsy version.
That's a downtown price.
Santee Alley,
Knock off.
okay.
Man, was there any other moments that you really loved from that sketch?
I loved Kate because just her voice is very distinctive. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
and then when she gets mad, you're just like, I'm just so mad. And then like it goes even an octave higher.
I just think destroy when I hear her get loud. I think destroy. Every time I look at her, I'm like, destroy.
She seriously is like is the repairman man for the new generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
It is, and she's like, does it bring you joy, or does it bring you? She's like, if you don't love it, destroy. And
Yes.
her face, her facial expressions,
Man.
they are. It's just amazing to see what this generation of actors are
Yes.
doing and bringing to life in such a way, and just reminding everybody why all that was so iconic in the first place.
Exactly. And speaking of facial expressions, somebody else who had good ones was Gabrielle, who does
Yes.
Beyonce. She
Yes.
kills
So
that
much.
Beyonce thing. That Beth, Bad, and Beyonce
Got
sketch was
Yes.
everything to me.
She's like, I sneezed on the cell, and the cell got sicker.
Yeah. So good.
Dropping bars.
If we can do a
Dropping
quote,
bars.
if we can do a quote of the day, that is it. And besides the
Yes.
whole photo information, which we'll get to later, but
Right.
that was everything. Her face, her eye. I kept staring at her eyes. That eyeshadow was so
Right.
pretty.
Yeah.
She has just such like I actually got to watch her film these Bed Bath and Beyonds at the taping, and her like comedic timing is just like so perfect. So she's
Yeah.
really,
It really
talented,
is.
and I loved how like the products that they have is just like so ridiculous.
Right. It's
A
Beyonce.
blanket that thinks it's a coat and stuff like that, and like a big frame that's like cut up into like smaller frames. And
It seems like she really studied Beyonce too, because she
Yeah,
has
she
the
did.
movements down and
Right. That whole little.
But can we talk about the
Like-
shoulder shake?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
everything.
Like, yeah, I'm here, and I'm gonna
Right.
say, yeah.
It's like she really enjoys playing the character.
Yeah.
So I want to ask y'all, how fun is it, like just playing these characters, getting to be so different from yourselves? For you, I feel like you weren't too far from yourself.
Well, I was pretty much being myself. Like what you saw on all that, that was me. I didn't really have to do too much. I will say the special effects that they've got this season, I'm a little envious. Like, yo, the smoke and then the destroying, it's like coming through the wall. Like we were destroying stuff, but like their special effects are
They're
wicked.
way better.
Yeah.
I was asking
We
about that
flew a
last
lot.
week too. I was wondering if it was like CGI or if it was real, and it's like a combination of both. But a lot of stuff they really do like right there. It's
Yeah.
super, super, super lit. And like Beyonce, it's like she comes with her own built-in glow and
Right.
win, like
Yes.
on cue.
Right. Yeah, because even when I did Urkel wasn't that cool. Like her Beyonce, it's just like they got the lights, they got the hair blowing.
Yeah.
You know, Urkel was getting hit with thorn roses and everything. Like
It's Beyonce, so I guess you can't half do it. You
Yeah,
got to go
no,
all
you
the way. You got to represent correct. I wonder if she watches. She has somebody in
Somebody said
her
something.
group has had to send her like a video or a clip or something.
Yeah.
I wonder what her
Somebody.
reaction would
Hopefully
be to it.
Beyonce will make an appearance there, and that would be so cool if like,
Right.
they were both
That
there
would be-
together. Oh,
They could
Epic.
battle.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
if you got the chance to play Beyonce, why would you not want to take
Right.
it?
right.
yeah.
She's gonna end up meeting her.
They might actually like bring her on stage for Coachella next year or something. Like Beyonce's probably gonna bring her
right.
around, do like a mini me type of thing.
That
Now,
would be
Everything.
we need to start a petition for
Let's do a
that.
petition of that.
Yeah.
I'm down.
We got to get Gabrielle as Beyonce. Gabrielle for Beyonce, 2020.
I will start a petition.
Right.
I got some people in the chat who just want to shout out Terrence, says Katrina's my favorite and loved her character.
Oh, thank you.
As well
Thanks,
as your
Terrence.
Urkel was on point.
Thank you.
And Richard says Angelique Bates was my childhood crush, and She is still my crush. And Charlie says, hello, Katrina Johnson and sorry, I don't know why I'm tripping on your name. I know it. Angelique Bates, watched you when I was a kid and growing up in the 90s, all that.
Thank you.
Y'all got fans. Do you still have people that hit you up about the show now? Like, even before this show, even before the show came back, did you have people like, are they gonna bring all that back? Or like, I miss you on all that?
Yeah.
Even after all the recent projects?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they're still there. Matter of fact, they were the ones that really kind of resurrected us. Because when we were on, obviously there wasn't social media.
Yeah.
Then you had the MySpace, you know, and then you had the top 5. And then when Instagram came around, no, I think it was Twitter. Then it was Instagram. And I think
Don't forget Facebook.
Oh, but no, you know what? Facebook wasn't really popping because remember they had it locked down for college students.
Yeah.
Right. So Facebook hadn't popped yet. So when they brought us back with the reruns,
Yeah.
Wow.
you know, because Kamikaze didn't kick in yet.
Oh, it didn't?
The reruns. That's when everybody started trying to find us on Instagram. And I remember it was me, Kay, even you. Like, I think our phones literally shut down because all the alerts, all the phones started kicking in.
So as soon as you made the Instagram, people was just on it like, oh, there they are.
Yeah.
They found you.
And that's when Kamikaze came along because everybody was requesting us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they brought
crazy.
us back.
I still remember watching that interview of you all in one. It was just like, this is my childhood right now. I watch you all in one place. Brought back so many great memories of just nostalgia. Just like, why don't they make TV like that anymore?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, and now they do.
And now they
They
So-
brought it back.
How vivid were those memories? I asked, so we had Elisa Reyes in here last week, and I asked her, how vivid are those memories for you guys now? Because this has been like years and years and a couple
25 years
decades
this
ago.
year,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, so
Has it?
Yeah, 94 I think premiered.
yeah.
Yeah.
94.
Really?
Yeah, and it's been,
94,
it's been 14
so
years since the
25?
last episode before they started the new season.
Wow.
I mean, I'm only
Time
25.
flies.
I was gonna say.
But you've done like 2,500 different things, though, so time
Right.
just flies, so you don't even
It
really
does.
feel it go by.
Right.
But speaking of that, with all the new things that you've done, like, do you still have vivid memories of being on set? And if so, what's like one of your most fond memories?
So one of my most fond memories, because actually I do, like even when I see the new episodes, well actually when I see the previews, because this is my first time actually seeing one of the full episodes of the new one, it's just like yesterday, and like I still have the pictures, I still have memories, but the craziest thing, what I remember and what my fondest memory was didn't make it to camera.
Those are the best ones.
Right. It was my 13th birthday.
Oh.
And I had my 13th birthday at Nickelodeon. They surprised me that week. They told me to literally, she was there because she surprised me with this huge Sanrio bag that was full of like everything Sanrio.
Hello Kitty and Karopi.
Everything.
Wow.
Everything. It was like a jumbo bag. But Nickelodeon came to me and they were like, write 100 things that you want. And actually, one of the jokes from that 100, they actually put in all that. That was the part where I wished for Denzel Washington.
Wow.
So one of the 100 things was I wished for Denzel Washington, but I wished for Debrat and like all kinds of stuff, CDs,
Wow.
Walkmans, because that's what was popping. And fast forward, we were taping in front of a live audience. Next thing I know, we have this cart with the cake and like the audience is singing happy birthday, my 13th birthday, and then they surprised me with Debrat. That's why Debrat was on the show.
That's wow,
That's
man.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's like straight 90s nostalgia. And that's back when kids actually used to play with toys. Because you're talking about all the stuff that was in the
Yeah.
bag. We actually used to play with toys. Now our only toy is like our cell phone.
Right.
It's funny how stuff changes.
Some of these toys are ridiculous though. Like the whole blindfold yourself and walk through the whole fake SHIT, and I'm still like, why is that a toy? I don't even understand that.
Right.
Well, we had
But
slime.
Right.
And I used
Yeah.
to
Happy
break into the
snacks or
kitchen and eat it.
So
Right.
I found out that the slime was just applesauce with green dye.
Well, then there was another one that was gross.
Oh, no.
And it was like supposed to be snot with,
Oh, yeah.
with boogers.
Boogers.
But that was delicious.
Yeah, that was
it
like-
was pudding.
Ooh,
It was so
I would like
good.
that one.
Yeah, I used to sneak into the kitchen and eat it all the time, and people were like, "What are you doing?" I was like,
Was your tongue green too?
Oh yeah, and that was like such like a piece that we would use to like flirt with the artists that would come in, because like I remember Usher came and he was just like, "Oh, I want to go to the kitchen." I was like, "Yeah, sure, let's go to the kitchen."
Oh
Give me some
man.
boogers.
I still remember Tyrese. Like Tyrese having like that's when we first saw Tyrese when he made like on all that. And you're just like, "How you doing, sir?"
Yeah, see, I wasn't on there with Tyrese. When I was off, I think LL Cool J was like one of the next ones, and I cried because I was just like, Now you want to bring LL Cool J.
Wow.
Are you serious?
All right, so let me ask, who is both of you? I'll start with you, Katrina. Who is your favorite guest celebrity to come to the set?
Usher.
Usher.
I remember he was so young and little and just adorable and like chubby and.
Was that the 7 o'clock on a dot Usher? Or was that the You Remind Me Usher? That was a You Remind Me before.
It was way before
first
all of that.
album.
He was so
Wait, that was
young.
his first album?
Yeah,
His
he was
first-
like, I want to say he was like 15 or something. He
Y'all
was
came up
so
together.
young.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
we broke a lot of the artists. Like, everyone came to our show. Like, Brandy, it was her first
Yeah.
album. Like, no one...
It was like a kids TRL type of thing,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, SNL TRL type of thing.
Wow. Okay.
I wasn't cool yet, so I didn't know any of the music yet, and so that
You
kinda-
learned?
That brought me up. Yeah.
you got hip. All right, Angelique. Who was your favorite guest celebrity?
Well, I'm going to be hard-headed because I got to get you two. So, obviously,
Okay.
the Brat.
Okay.
Obviously.
That was special. That was special.
You know, that was my birthday. And Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Got to kick it with
I
her.
remember that one.
Legendary.
Yeah. So, you know, I always... Yeah.
That's dope. Well, all right, guys. Our favorite special guest is you as our fans. So we need a couple things from you. Just please, first of all, thank you for being a big part of this family. And we ask for this to continue, that you please just subscribe to our YouTube. It's just one click away. Please give us a 5-star rating on iTunes and Spotify, because we are there too. We won't accept anything less. Please, 5 stars. And most of all, leave us a comment, because as you can see, we read those. Chae is currently looking at them right now. Show me your phone. Let them see. She's reading these things right now. We're engaging with y'all. We're talking to y'all. So please continue to engage, continue to watch, and we're going to continue to bring y'all this hot fire, y'all.
Speaking of the people in the chat, I got Richie. He says, "Hey gang, sending love from NYC.
Hey.
Big face hundreds.
Whoa.
The kid looked like Nick Cannon if he was a kid. Real,
Killed it.
Yeah.
And Leslie says, "I am your biggest fan. We can't wait to see you on the new episodes, Katrina and Angelique. She loves you."
Thank you.
Do y'all plan to come on any episodes, like either this season, next season, or is it hush hush right now?
It's all a secret.
Yeah. So
We're going to be surprised.
Yes.
Well, a surprise is when I ran into her and neither one of us could get in. That's how you know it's funny though. As an original cast member, how can you not even get into the taping?
Yo, right, Nickelodeon. How can I not get in?
Because I asked you that. Like I was so kind of. She was in all that jersey, and I was
So
just
true
like,
story. So okay, so I gotta help Cal on this one. So okay.
it's not his
Right.
fault.
Yeah, 'cause
However,
it's not what it sounds like. Okay, so true story. So Cal, because a lot of people don't realize that me and Cal, we go to church together. So
That's dope.
right, yeah. So every Sunday we there, families growing up with each other, all of that. Praise God. Literally. So he was like, "Yo, you want to come to the show?" And I was like, all right, whatever, you know what I mean? So he was like, I got you. So he was just like, give me a couple of dates, and I gave him a couple of dates. I got an email, and I thought it was from production that was like, yo, here are your tickets. So I hit Cal, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I got the tickets. It's for this date that you said. He's like, that's weird. Okay, well, I was about to call you. So he thought, I think, that it was probably production. I don't know
He
what
thought that they did it.
Right.
yeah.
It turned out, whatever it was some kind of audience background thing. Right.
Oh.
But I'm thinking it was Cal's, production, and he's thinking it's the same.
So he's thinking, like, I ain't going to worry about it, because she got it. She good.
We get there. My son, like, my daughter, they didn't even care. They're like, oh, my God, we're here. It's all that. I go straight to the security booth. I'm like, yeah, I'm here for... They're like, we don't have a list. I'm like, well, okay. That's when it started really being weird. So they're like, go over there. I'm like... the audience.
Right.
And as I'm
with
standing there, as I'm standing there, they're all starting to look at me because they're like,
that's Angelique Bates.
yo, seriously.
Did security see that and be like, oh, she must be somebody?
Yeah,
You would think so, right?
You would think so. So fast forward, because I think that was the Jonas Brothers. So it was completely booked in all the VIPs, which is what I was supposed to be, but there was the mix-up.
Yeah.
All the VIPs
Got,
were
like,
there.
pushed.
Right. So none of the regular audience got in. So
Except for some middle schoolers that had a field trip
Right.
on a Monday. I'm
Yeah,
still
on a-
like,
She said on a Monday.
you
Let me
should
tell
be
you
in
something.
school on a Monday, okay?
I'm gonna tell you when I knew what it was going down pot shit. Sorry. It's when the school bus pulled up with the kids, and all them school kids got. I said, "Oh no, this ain't good."
Uh-oh.
And they came
Stampede.
back. Right, it was a stampede, and I remember hitting because Cal was getting his cap put on because I think he was doing Coach Creedon.
Yeah.
And I hit his wife. I said, yes. So took a picture. I said, we can't get in. I don't know what's happening. She's like, are you serious? Wait a minute. So she tried to like fix it, but because it was already too late, all the VIPs were there because of Jonas Brothers. So it's fixed. I'm supposed to be. I can't tell you guys which week I'm going, but I am supposed to be going.
Awesome.
So
Hey, we gonna be looking out for you. Let me ask you a question. Is it true that Kel is as funny as they say he is? Like I heard he had people like literally cracking up on set.
yeah,
Yes.
no,
He's
hilarious.
Is he the? I had a question too. Like which? I don't know if he might be the answer, but which cast member is he? The one that kind of had you breaking the most, like breaking character the most. Like who was it?
Who
for
was
you guys?
that?
Because I see it on SNL a lot. Like Jimmy Fallon was infamous for that, but I was wondering about you guys. Like who was it?
I feel like I feel like Angelique probably had herself breaking character.
Yeah, I would a couple times because the funny thing is when we were doing Randy and Mandy, I wear glasses. Eyesight's worse now, but I would do it without my glasses. So half the time, I need to read lines, or like something would be part chocolate, and we're like only supposed to bite to a certain part. So if you look back at some of the scenes, you'll see I bit a little bit too much right into the phone. So. I want to say Kel definitely had us cracking up, but Keenan. Especially
I knew it. It's
Yeah.
probably especially them together too.
Yeah, especially when it came to like
ridiculous.
the messy stuff, like Super Do, especially because, like I said, I was Penny Lane and her lactose. And
She was like the one that was
Lactose
defining
intolerance
lactose
girl.
intolerant.
Yeah, they always had me popping out of things.
Man.
Like I'm coming out of somebody's oven.
Lactose intolerance
Right.
means.
Right.
It was like the best part though of Super Dude. He just like popped out of somewhere, and whatever even period they were doing of Super Dude.
Right.
That would have me breaking character.
He gave good hugs.
Yeah. But speaking of
Good
laughter
hugs.
and breaking character, they did do a sketch with the loud librarian, Miss Lori Beth Denberg. Man, I honestly love her, man. It's funny because like she be setting people up on those sketches. Like she be the loudest one just to get a reaction. Then when she gets a reaction, quiet. That had to be funny to deal with.
It was. I think she used to say library, and now she says library.
Okay.
So I just want to let you guys know times have changed.
Millennial
We're
terminology. We
Politically
are.
correct now.
We're evolving as a people. How'd you feel about that sketch?
Seriously, that was one of my favorite sketches.
I-
Because it's just the dichotomy of like you're in a library, so you're supposed to be quiet, but then you
Yeah.
have the librarian who's actually just like the loudest, most obnoxious person ever. It seriously was the best.
And the quiet tattoo.
That was
It was
genius.
like, it's about time for her to get a quiet tattoo.
Excuse
She's
you,
been
sorry.
doing this for so long.
Sorry, Blue Blanket.
that say?
This little piggy has an infection.
Ew.
And I loved all the like terms she used, blabberdashery, chatnasium,
She had
and
bars.
yapatorium. So,
Flabberdashi was the best one though.
She's like Jay Leno, how he never drives the same car twice. She never uses the same word twice.
I'm excited to see which other term she's going to use for the library.
Man, I love how all of Lori Beth's characters are always so extra too. Like it's like in real life, was she actually the opposite of her characters, or was she really that?
No, she was obviously because first of all, she was the oldest one.
Yes.
I picture her being
She
so
was
chill.
She was like the mom.
Yeah, we were like the little annoying siblings. She didn't talk to us.
You were. I wasn't annoying. Obviously, I was great.
So she held it all in until
Yeah.
the librarian scenes. Then she let it all out. That's how she really felt about y'all. Just so you know.
Yeah, that was her release. She and I used to play word games together. Like we would just shoot
played
each
with
other weird word games.
Well, not
I mean,
like
she
that,
wasn't
but
a
she would play
really-
with us.
We
I'm
would
just
just shoot each other weird words, and when I would run out of one, I would just always say rutabaga.
Oh.
I don't know
Play
why.
with us. Like I feel some kind of way now.
That's funny. I got a quick question though. The moccasins she wore, like I call those boat shoes. So correct me if I'm wrong. I call those boat shoes, but like I thought moccasins were wooden. I thought they always had to have like a
They could be
Sound.
wooden moccasins.
with the point.
Those were the clogs. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought-
dogs.
Yeah, remember we
Those are
had
two
those.
different shoes.
I just learned what moccasins actually were. I know the word and the term, but I actually didn't know they were shoes.
No, moccasins are like suede.
No, they're like
They're
suede,
leather.
like
Suede.
animal.
Suede,
animal
yeah.
I
skin.
thought they were wooden the whole time. I
No,
thought
those are
moccasins.
clogs.
I thought they were supposed
Yeah.
to.
Oh, those
Those
are
are
clogs.
clogs. Those are two
Yeah, I
different
was like,
shoes.
no, wait.
Could somebody in the chat please give us an actual definition of moccasins, please?
Okay, and I'll look
Because
out
I'm
for
like,
it.
I'm part Native American. I
Yeah,
should know
yeah.
this.
And I think I spelled it wrong in my notes too. So I need a whole like
How do you
history
spell it?
lesson.
No.
I'm not gonna spell it on camera.
Clogs and moccasins are not the same.
No.
Okay, well I thought moccasins made a cloggy sound.
Shout
Wow.
out to the chat though. Richard actually, and I totally agree with this, actually happens to start a petition for it. There should be in all that movie with the OG cast. It's 2019. There should be a movie, and I fully support that.
All the OG cast.
All the OG
All
cast.
the OG cast.
A show at the Hollywood Bowl. Like Monty Python did a live sketch show. Oh my gosh, I would pay
That would be everything.
to be at that.
You gotta emphasize all of the original cast.
All
That
7.
means everybody from season 1 to season 3.
That would be
Technically, we're gonna put in the
That's-
OG.
We like that.
Yeah,
we're down with
That's
that.
like the Temptations or Wu-Tang Clan. All the cast members.
Has to happen. Come on.
We got to make that
That would
happen.
be like,
And like
Yeah.
Amanda's doing great now, so let's come back and do your all that real quick
Right.
first. We want to
Come
ask
on.
Ashley.
Right.
Bring back the nostalgia for us too, and introduce yourselves to like the new generation. Like
Right.
they need to see some of y'all.
Yeah.
They really do.
They need to bring back Beth too.
Yes.
Right. You
Really.
know, I was Ad's first crush.
Really?
Yes, we had
He
the
was
whole
in
love
love.
scene and everything.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had the hearts and all that.
Before Hard Eyes existed, it was the original
Yeah.
Hard Eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. But Ed got married to Tyra Banks.
He married
so.
Tyra Banks.
Yeah.
That's
after-
because I was in chocolate rehab.
Right.
Right,
She
right.
she left big shoes to fill.
She did.
I mean, you got to get a supermodel. Okay.
Right.
That's all right.
I mean, I guess you could go that route. One of my favorite sketches that they did was actually Trampolinis. One, because I love Italian food, and two, because I love Italian accents. And then the Trampolines just put it over the top.
I will not eat at that restaurant.
My favorite part was at the end when they said it was next to the Samuel Jackson
Medical Center.
So
I would go to that medical center. You had his name. I would actually want to see if he pops up once in a while, just for
Well, you would go there if you pop up through the trampoline and go through the roof, then you'll end up
Yeah.
there next door.
just.
It all works together. This
hop,
was
skip,
set
and
up a certain way. It's strategically placed. Trampolines is strategically placed right there, so you can go to the hospital. The
Just
medical
don't do your
center.
weddings there. I'm sorry. That's a white dress.
I just feel like everyone would be throwing up if that was real. Like eating and then jumping on a trampoline.
No.
Like you probably throw up every.
You can't even swim after 20 minutes. Like,
Who are you talking
at the
to?
time when you're jumping.
I don't know who you
Pasta's
talking
heavy.
about.
Oh, he's
If
like,
it's
Man,
heavy food.
when I was in summer camp as a kid, I would eat and jump straight in the pool and do a
I get
backflip.
cramps after eating and
Man.
doing
Here.
stuff.
So
No.
sorry. Quick question
Go
to
ahead.
answer your question about moccasins and stuff. I even got you.
There we go.
Terrence says, clogs are wooden, moccasins are woolen, and moccasins I think were used by early Native Americans.
Yes.
There we go.
Shout out to you, Terrence. Shout out to Terrence, man. Thank you for describing that for us. Ask Terrence if he would go to Trampolinis then in his moccasins.
Would you guys in chat go to the trampolinis? I will not.
Just a yes or no. We're going to take a poll. We're going to see how many people.
Ryan B says I got $4 billion. I don't know the reference to that though. But
Oh, that's for me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hey.
I forgot that.
I got $4 billion.
Yeah, Ross. Oh, somebody in the chat actually had a question. Like, did you choose that character? That's something they made up.
They made that up and they were going to dub the voice in. And then at the table read, they saw that I could do the voice and they were like, oh, that's happening.
Wow. So is that, did they go off a feeling about who played what characters? Did they already have it like predetermined or how did that work?
They had it predetermined because they thought it would be funny to have the littlest one as the old guy that's just crazy.
And you also did Roseanne. She also did
Yeah.
Yes.
Roseanne impression.
Roseanne was fun because I got to be gross and eat all kind of food, and I
Ooh.
just got to be nasty but real comfortable.
That sounds like my type of sketch right there.
It should be like on a t-shirt, nasty but comfortable.
Yeah, I saw it. I recently I saw that sketch again, and it was like you were on Okra as Roseanne, and it
Right.
did look really comfortable.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
just like hanging back.
I got my fat suit on and I'm like sweaty, but I just randomly pull out chicken wings or whatever.
Which outfit or costume took the longest for you to get put on you?
You know, I had a lot of serious makeup. Ross Pro would take 3 hours to put on and an hour to take off. But I had to play like aliens. And so I had like, I want to say that took 4 hours. Me and
my
Josh
gosh.
played aliens and we went into Good Burger.
Oh, yeah, I
Wow.
remember that.
I played Zuzu the infected elf. I played a bunch of stuff that had a lot of prosthetics. So my makeup was heavy.
Did you
And
like
it would
getting
take
makeup
hours
done?
and
Because I feel like I
hours.
would have liked it. Like I like having things just done to me because I'm weird. Like I can't do massages because like they're ticklish. So like I can do like
So
a
you
facial.
gotta do other stuff?
Yeah. So like I go to Sephora, I get a facial every once in a while.
Oh,
It's soothing.
It's nothing like that.
Not
Not
It
at all.
is nothing like that. They're ripping out all little
Right.
baby hairs of weird
Yeah.
places you didn't know you had. There's like
Yeah.
some weird peach fuzz on your ears. Not
Right.
anymore.
Yeah, it sounds like a
Taking
facial.
it off,
Right.
it's ripping off your eyebrows and like yes, no, it was
That
painful.
yeah, especially with 4 eyes. And like, don't be claustrophobic.
There's
because
all
it's
kinds
like-
of glue.
Yeah.
And then they gotta take it's surgical glue.
Yeah, even for like
Surgical
pizza
adhesive.
face, like they said it took like 3-4 hours for pizza face.
Yeah.
And like
yeah,
ear
yeah.
boy, they say, oh no, they really just glue these things on.
Yeah.
Yeah, his
Well,
was
ear boy
probably
was
the
easy.
easiest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like for pizza face, and then for me, like I said, for the 4
They
eyes,
had to glue
had
it and then paint it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's a lot of work.
So which one was your favorite, if you had one, or was your favorite not one that took forever?
I mean, probably Ross Perot. I had the most fun with him. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I loved it.
You were just in a bathtub full of money. I loved it.
Got
though.
to be
I was
an
like,
old man.
I'm trying to get back to that bathtub.
Right?
I'm trying to dive in.
Can you still do the voice?
Of course.
Do it, please. Just
my
one time. Just
Am I talking French? Am I spewing mercies and bonjours? Hey, AfterBuzz.
You heard it here first, folks. Katrina Johnson did Ross Perot in 2019. Give it up for her right there. That's a performance. That's a performance. No, so another performance. We're going to take it down a few age brackets. And do babies do brunch? Yes, they sure do. And one word that stuck to me was organic mush. Where did they come up with that?
I just saw because that's just like a popular thing now. You know, everyone's like organic, gluten-free, vegan. So
I was going to ask, do they have gluten-free and vegan? That's funny.
I'm pretty sure. I mean,
Gluten-free mush.
A lot of parents now are really trying to figure out what's going to the children's body, so they're reading everything, and they're really going deep in what's
That's
going
a
into their kids'
market.
body.
That's a whole market.
Yeah.
It's seasonal.
That's a whole market to tap
Mine
into.
was the
Gluten-free
names,
baby
though.
food.
Yeah.
Tambourine, papyrus.
It's
That
just
was
reflecting just like the weird names that like people like, especially so a lot of celebrities they'll give their babies like Gwyneth Paltrow apple.
Yeah.
Like why would you?
Those
give a kid
babies
apple?
lived in Malibu for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I like how they use the terms, like basic, like what kids use now, and how
those
adults
old
are
people?
the worst.
Yeah, I think the whole thing was a
Right.
parody about like how goofy we are as adults. Because all we do is we really just get goofier as we
And
get
then,
older.
and then you have just the Andrew, who's just like in his own world.
I
love
hate
Andrew
babies.
because he's like supposedly like yapping away
was
off,
over it.
like before the sketch starts, but throughout this whole sketch he's just like quiet, so
Sleeping,
it's, like,
drooling.
Yeah. He was
But
over
I'm
it.
sorry, but you tossed that tablet. Now you getting your butt whooped. That costs money, sir.
Yeah, they're obviously rich, so
I mean, they got money though. He's like, I'm just
organic
I
baby
had to.
food, tossing
Is
tablet.
it seasonal? I think it's pumpkin.
My favorite thing is actually the scheduled crying. 3, 2,
Oh,
1.
yeah.
I feel like babies really do that in real life. They have their own code. They really do that.
They do.
It does bring nostalgia into like Rugrats era, but just like this
Yeah.
is like what babies like they can talk to each other.
A
We don't
baby's gonna
understand it.
do what a baby's gonna do.
Yes.
No, they definitely have a schedule because I have 2 kids. And I swear they had it out for me.
They cry at the same time?
Yes.
Did they cry about the same thing?
I have no idea, but they had their own little language thing going on. I swear it was just like tag team.
So are they able to make each other stop crying easier than you are, or how does that work?
They used to. Now my son is, I threaten him with, I'm taking this from you. And he'll turn to his sister and be like, yo, you got to stop. Just stop right now. And then she'll kind of like look and he'll be like, that means we can't go to the park. That means we can't go to Six Flags. And she'll be like, okay. So they have this whole little language. Like I said, tag team is really all it is.
Man, that's funny. So the last skit they actually did was Vital Information. Man, I love Reese, man. Like,
Yes.
I love how Lori Beth just passed the baton to her because Reese is doing her thing. She's killing it. And she showed us that good things come to those who wait.
Yeah, I love that one. With
Those
the
I still have questions about the puppy
Right?
in a paperback that was closed for a second. And then there was also an ice cream.
Called Peter.
That was clean.
Right.
Was that ice
Right.
cream cone
Where's
clean
Peter
enough
at?
to
I
lick?
was like,
Those are just
Where did the
their
bubbles
hairs.
come from, though?
Oh, a man
Right.
behind
Magic.
the table. If you were paying attention enough, you would have saw him. I'm just like,
I was actually at the taping. I
Spoiler
saw
alert.
that sketch
Spoiler
theme
alert.
too.
spoiler alert,
There's
there's
a
a
guy
man behind, like, you saw his leg.
Yeah,
kinda
there's a
like,
guy under the table.
just like
hands
ruining
and
the show for
everything.
you guys.
his pants leg was just chilling. It went in widescreen.
Oh, they were on the Game of Thrones type thing, huh?
I mean,
Episode 7, episode 8.
I'm just saying, like, because I see those things. But one of those signs right behind Reese's was everything in my life, and I legit now want that sign that said, if it ain't woke, fix it.
Ooh, that's a whole
can I
bar.
get an
I need that on a
amen?
shirt.
Yeah.
And we need to read. I need an amen on that. If
You
it
got
ain't
one amen
woke,
right here.
fix it.
Right.
So as a society,
Fix
can
it.
we fix it?
Get woke, stay woke.
Come on. Andy
Yeah.
White People is almost here in 2 months, so let's do it.
That's funny. Well, we are going to tune in. You got something to say? Oh, okay, I thought I heard that. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So, man.
Sorry, somebody in the chat.
for the show.
Oh, sorry. Well, before somebody was in chat wants to know, what did the chocolate taste like?
Nasty. Okay, so let me tell you about the chocolate.
Richard.
Is that why you went to rehab? Because it was nasty?
Man, let me say.
A lot of people go to
Maybe
rehab
I'm
for a
sorry.
lot of nasty things.
Yeah.
So what people do... Okay. My mind was somewhere else. So with the chocolate, there were so many things with that. Okay, some of it was real, but like when you would see us in the tub or whatever, that was actually a lot of water, a lot of powder, a lot of dye, and some kind of chemical. I can't remember what it was, but just to keep it, you know, the color, the consistency, because when the celebrities would come through, literally it would stick to our skin, like we were smelling like chocolate. Dang. Yeah, and like Immature came through and I had a crush on them.
Oh man, she said on them, not just one. I had a crush on them.
No, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I know. So
eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Catch a leaky by the toe.
Hey.
But can I take you all home?
Right. All of y'all. But like Usher and them, I was like trying to flirt, you know, so for real. And I'm sitting here smelling like chocolate. Strong. Washing off, scrubbing, could not get off. It would last for like a week because it was so strong. So
what is one of your craziest memories from filming the Randy and Mandy sketches? Like anything like...
I would say it would probably be the bathtub because we literally had to get wetsuits for that. Yeah, like we really went to a surf shop and got
oh man.
Yeah.
Did you go to Ron John's?
I don't even remember anymore. Probably.
Are they easier to put on or take off?
Take off.
Really?
Well, if you're not in chocolate, so it was
because I'm thinking post chocolate.
Post chocolate was easy, but when we had that chocolate, because it was all starting to seep and all kinds of stuff, it was.
I feel like that would be an hour-long shower right there.
How do you feel about chocolate now?
Now that I'm older, I do other things with chocolate.
Oh, there you go.
Hit us up in the chat.
Yes. Ask her what she does. Ask her what she does.
They have other purposes.
Right. I mean, you can melt it and put it on strawberries.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes. Give us the tea on chocolate. Give us the news. Speaking of news, we actually have some news from the Miss Anaïs, Lucia. She is ready.
So I'm gonna go real quick, but so All That is not the only show that Nickelodeon has brought back, according to the Robbins. What's his name? Sorry,
Brian Robbins.
Nickelodeon president Brian Robbins. I got this at the last minute. Double Dare came back last year, and they're also working on reboots of Rugrats, Blue's Clues, and Are You Afraid of the Dark? So, they're pretty much bringing back all of our childhood. I'm waiting for Salute Your Shorts too, and My Brother and Me. So if you could put that on the list, that'd be great too. So
Clarissa Explains It All, but with maybe
we have
a black horse.
We have those to look forward to. So that's pretty much the news. Is that we have a couple more Nickelodeon reboots on the pipeline. So
one thing about Brian Robbins is it came back full circle because he was one of the creators of All That.
Man.
Yeah. And he also mentioned about All That it was kind of time to bring it back, and one of the reasons he wanted to bring it back is he wanted the parents to introduce their kids to what they watched. So,
that's dope. Yeah. And it's funny, even if it's not even your kids, like maybe you have a younger sibling or something. So it's like we can experience it together. It's like, hey, this is what I used to watch when I was a kid. Now it's your turn. Like pass the baton that way too.
So it's definitely a family show, something that both parents and kids can enjoy.
Yeah, I think it's dope.
Very needed right now.
Exactly. And what else we need is you have a game over there, don't you?
Yes.
Oh, let's play.
Now we have special guests. It is called How Well Do You Remember Your Sketches? We are going to quiz. I made this little special card for it too.
Cute.
Show me the card because she designed that herself. She did that. She literally did that.
That's cute.
All right, so I'm gonna give you guys. I'm gonna put the timer right here.
Oh Lord, the pressure.
Questions for each of you, and you're gonna get 10 seconds to answer them. Okay. So we're gonna start with number 1 for Angelique. Okay.
Okay.
In the Randy and Mandy holiday cooking episode, what did Randy and Mandy use to make a chocolate milkshake? 10 seconds.
Chocolate.
No, like what device or what instead of a blender?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
9, 10.
No. Love.
Okay.
That should count. That should be a half a point right there because you need love for everything.
I gave you 15 seconds. Okay, I'm sorry. The answer was A, Randy's mouth. They used a
I remember now.
All right, number 2 is for Katrina.
Okay.
All right, so
you got it.
In I called it If I Make This Shot basketball sketch where they, are shooting a basket and they say, each cast member says, if I make this, something's gonna happen. What did Katrina say would happen to her if she made the basket?
Oh, shoot.
That's the pilot.
Okay, 10 seconds.
Could I fly? I don't know. I'll get real tall.
7, 8, 9.
I thought I was gonna fly.
10.
I didn't get to fly.
I'm sorry, that was wrong. The answer was, you said, if I make this shot, I'll become the Queen of England.
Oh.
Dadgummit,
But
that
you
was
were
a good
on
one.
the themes.
Oh.
Yes. All right. Number 3 is for Angelique.
Oh Lord.
This one, you mentioned it earlier. I can't change the question now, but you'll probably get it. This one right. What is the name of the Good Burger employee who Ed falls in love with?
Beth.
Hey, come on.
Woo! 1 point for Angelique. All right.
You better give me an easy one.
Right.
Well,
I'm a sore loser. Okay.
okay.
You might catch one of these.
This one you might be able to, get a point. Okay, so Katrina,
Yes.
in the Earboy school dance sketch, what kind of smoothie was Ross Perot making when Earboy went to visit him at his office?
I was making a money smoothie.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yay! I had a blender.
Yeah. Money blender.
I remember that because it's a GIF.
Oh, yeah? Yes.
so I send it
Money
off to people.
smoothie right there.
Wow.
On
Okay,
Instagram.
so you guys are tied, 1 and
All right.
1. So let's see who's gonna win. Okay, this one's for Angelique. Okay. All right.
The pressure.
What channel did Randy and Mandy air on? Fictional channel.
I don't remember the voice. Cooking with. On the. I don't know. I
8,
don't.
9,
With love.
No, I'm sorry. The correct answer is channel 106B.
I was not gonna remember.
They
that.
said it at the beginning of every.
I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
That
never
was
paid
tough. That
attention.
was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a toughie one. Okay, so you have 1. Katrina, you can take this. Okay,
All right.
last question for you.
I'm going in.
All right. Okay. In that same sketch with, Earboy in the school dance, what color were Ross Perot's dancing shoes?
Oh, for crying.
Right?
Fudge
You wore
sake.
them. You wore them.
I wore a lot of really bad stuff. I don't know, were they like shiny and
You sounded like him just now when you said that.
purple?
Wait.
Ding, ding, ding. Yes, they were.
Yeah, look at that.
They were like platforms, right?
Yes, yes, big
Are you seeing them right now? I can't see them. That's not fair.
Screen behind you.
And you got it anyway, so that was really
Katrina
funny.
won the game, 2 and 1.
Hey, good job. Good job.
Good job.
Is there anything else you wanted to say about the episode or anything you wanted to ask them?
First of all, I just love the bear. Thank you for the bear.
Yes.
Keep featuring the bear. I wonder if the bear's gonna be like this generation's ear of corn.
Yeah, I know. I like some people in town were asking, is the big ear of corn gonna come back and make a reappearance?
I only want him to come back if the whole cast
Yes.
comes back.
Sure.
OG cast.
That'll be epic. Well, we're going to toss it straight to the OGs. Let us know what you're working on. I'll start with you, Katrina Johnson. Let us know where you are right now these days, what you're working on, what you're doing, and what's up next for you.
Well,
Uh-oh.
I started a couple businesses.
Yes.
So, unentertainment related. One is on private jets. So if you guys need to see the world,
Ooh.
holler at your girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Been to 100 countries so far.
Wow.
I
Wow.
want to see the whole world, so I'm working on it. Also, if you need a renovation, let me fix your house. Call me up.
She's the one. Call up Katrina Johnson.
Slide in the DMs.
That part. All right, Angelique, what you working on these days? I know you're doing a lot of things, going a lot of places.
Go a lot of places. Well, I have a radio show called The Evening Showdown. It's over at CBS Radio. You can actually check it out on iTunes, Spotify, all the major platforms. My son,
Yeah.
he's taking after his mama.
That's what's up.
And he's doing a lot of things. He just was in a video with Buddy, Radman. He actually has a film where he's the lead that's getting ready to go to the film festival, which I'm super geeked about that.
Let us know so we can support.
Yep.
Keep us in touch.
He has an Instagram, right?
Yes, Prince Chris, CHRIS, and then the letter B.
Yeah, so go follow him.
Yeah, definitely go follow him. And I actually in partnership with a company called Melting Pot Management and Public Relations. So it's for publicists, and if you want PR and you want branding, and
You want to walk a red carpet.
Okay.
You need to get some buzz.
Yes,
Call up
Powerful.
Melting Pot.
Hey,
Melting
there
Pot
we go.
Management.
Powerful entrepreneurs here.
Yeah.
So
Boss babes.
we're gonna bring it right back to you guys. Right now, we're just gonna go ahead and sign out. First of all, let's give it up for them for stopping by. Give it up for Angelique Bates and Katrina
Thank
Johnson.
you guys so much.
Thank you.
And as always, thank you guys for tuning in. You can catch us at the same time, same place for the All That After show at 5 o'clock on Sundays. And you can follow us in the meantime on AfterBuzz TV, all platforms. Tune in on YouTube, leave us comments, Spotify, iTunes, all of that stuff. We're right there. You can find me personally on my Instagram. My name is Byron K, but you can find me everywhere online at Hero from the 90s. You can also catch me on Thursdays. I do the Growing Up Hip Hop ATL After Show, and that's at 8 p.m. Pacific time on Thursdays. Where can they find you?
Thank you guys so much for having me. This has been so much fun. You can find me at Real Chae Jones on Twitter and Instagram. You can check out my YouTube channel, Unapologetically Chae.
Ooh.
And Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Sorry, that was the last season. This season, 7 p.m. for Good Trouble After Show. We have so many guests coming in that I cannot wait for.
Anaïs.
You can find me on YouTube at my 90s YouTube channel called 90s Kids Forever, and then on Instagram at More Than You Think 7. And also in the comments, let us know which other guests you want to see on the show, because I'm trying to work on getting some more people. So, we want your input, so that will really help.
Do that. Katrina, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Katrina A. Johnson, Twitter at Katrina A. Johnson, Facebook, Katrina A. Johnson fan.
Oh, Angelique, where can they find you?
Just kick it. I was like, Angelique Bates. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, anything. Just Google. Just Google me.
Just Google. Google her. You can find her. Google us. You can find us at AfterBuzz TV. And until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and stay buzzing. See you next week.
Bye, guys.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.